Hi, Parkside Fellowship. Good to see all of you. Well, we can't really see you, but we're glad to be communicating with you. We sure do miss having our Sunday contact and the other times with each of you.
One of the verses that we've been focused on during this time of isolation is Jeremiah 29:11. They're familiar words, but I'll read them. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future.
You know, those were words from a very, very long time ago. That goes all the way back to about the 8th century BC, so 2,800 years ago, and yet they're words that are important to us today. The Jews were in exile in Babylon, and they really did not want to be there. All they wanted to do was to go back to their own native country, to go back to Israel. But God said to them, that's not going to happen right away. He said that they were going to spend 70 years in exile before any of them got to go back. And his advice to them was that they needed to seek the peace of the city in which they were dwelling. They needed to seek the peace of the place where they were. And so Susie and I have taken that to heart, and we've tried to ask ourselves, what does it mean to seek the peace of the place where we are?
And one of the main ways that I've been seeking the peace of being where I am is using my skills as a teacher and having Avery and Sophie and Grace in and out to do school with them on a
as well as Max.
Yeah, on a daily basis. For the girls have come down here each day for 4 to 5 hours, and I've done their schooling with them. And I've also, have been in charge of their break time and their snack time and meal time, and that's just been a really good bonding time for us. I had Gracie in kindergarten. I taught her when I was teaching at Gardy Christian School, and she was in my class. But this has given me a chance to be with Sophie and with Avery as well.
And for me, seeking the peace of the place where we are has meant picking up again with a Bible study with some Chinese students. We interrupted it while I was in Myanmar and then through the social isolation, but we've begun it again the last 3 weeks. We're in the Gospel of Mark, and for many of them, this is their first exposure, really, to the gospel story, the story about Jesus. And so they have so many different questions. We've also participated in the church's new ministry effort to bring essentials to people in need. So the first week when we did that, I took over shampoo and soap and shaving cream and razors and that sort of thing to the church parking lot on Thursday morning, and each of us can still do that week by week.
And our plans kind of changed on this past Saturday, when we took Cassie and the kids to the airport to fly to Arizona to be with her grandparents and the kids' great-grandparents for a while. It's a time for Paul, who was in a car accident about a month ago, to give him some rest and recuperation time, and to finish his physical therapy so he's starting back to work bit by bit, but he's not back full time yet. So it's giving him a chance to rest when he's at home, and time for the girls and Cassie to have a little R&R time in the backyard pool at where they are. And so now it's a time for us too to find our new rhythm, because suddenly my afternoons aren't full of schooling the girls. So we're trying to find us some projects around the house and do a little work around here now.
As we seek that new rhythm for ourselves, we will continue to cling to this verse and the promise that we find there. We would ask you to continue to pray for Paul, especially as his back heals and as he tries to work and to provide income for his family. We're doing okay, but we're concerned about Paul and Cassie and our 4 grandchildren. But in any case, we will continue to claim this promise. I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans to prosper and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. We all need hope, and we look forward to the future because we know who is in control of that. Thanks, Parkside. We look forward to seeing you again.
Yes, we do.
Bye-bye.